to OSP EXPO 2014. I'm Tina Senatra, and I'm sitting here with Susan Schramm in the OSP TV studio. Thanks for joining us today. Susan is Vice President, Sales Effectiveness and Global Channels with JDSU. Yep. Thanks for joining us. Susan's also one of OSP's Women in Telecom this year. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And why don't you tell us a little bit about how you found yourself in telecom?
Actually, telecom found me.
Oh.
I was with IBM in the area of information systems, and we had this idea a few decades ago that voice and data could work over the same network. And it's been a good ride because we started with that, and then I've been working in the area of mobile and fixed communications. My personal role in the industry has always been on bridging people with really good technical ideas and their ability to make that clear to the people who want to buy it. Awesome. And I'm finding that will forever be an opportunity for careers in this industry.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere, that is for sure. Speaking of women in telecom, I have a young daughter who's considering a career, and I know it's the Women in Telecom is just a great initiative that's happening in the telecom landscape right now. Why don't you tell me a little bit of advice that you could maybe give her, or direction for those young women today who are considering careers in this field?
Yeah, well, I'd say we had this discussion last night with the Women in Telecom community, and what's interesting is there's one line of thinking that says that women today are not going fast enough in these STEM, science and technology and math areas. And clearly the population today is in colleges does reflect clearly 50-50 or more women, but what is it that's preventing them from feeling as comfortable? I think some of it is a perception that it's all about the technology and not about the outcome.
Right.
And so I think the generation that's one step behind an 8-year-old girl today would probably start to see more how the technology actually can be used in lifestyles. Right. And the more that women are connected to that outcome, I think they're just get her done type people, they'll be able to see benefit. I'd also like to say that it's not all about the engineer itself, and there's a lot of roles to play. The people here at OSP play roles facing customers every day. It's not all sitting in cubes working on technology projects, but in many cases there's people involved. Right. And some women don't realize the variety of roles that exist in the technology industry.
I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing in the schools today with females and their strength in science and math. And I think it's just great that we're really, really pushing them in that direction.
Well, we heard a lot of great ideas of things that can be done, and I think at this point I have a son and a daughter. And I think that the technology as it's used in families and the ability to create work-life balance, to make day-to-day life easier and connected, will appeal to the next generation very much.
I agree. I think it's a great movement. So I'm all for it as well. Tell me a little bit about a project that you're working on with JDSU that you're particularly excited about.
Well, at JDSU, we're really excited about the fact that just a few weeks ago, we announced a bold move for the company to separate into 2 different companies, public companies. JDSU has been in this industry for 90 years.
Oh, wow.
And through this whole industry of telecommunications, we've been an integral player. But we've also, over time, through acquisition and evolution, created a portfolio of products that didn't necessarily all have a lot of synergy. So we are separating a company that's most known, the JDSU brand, known in the area of optical commercial lasers and commercial components in the optical area. That will be one company. Cool. And then the other company, of which I'm a part, is really focused on network and service enablement. That is the deployment of the networks in terms of making that more efficient, and then using the information to create visibility on the services. So it's a very busy time. The JDSU brand is well known. People recognize it and have been part of their networks. We're part of networks all over the world, in enterprises, in carriers, as well as in the we are part of products that are made by manufacturers. So we sell to the entire supply chain. And so we're going to be very busy in the next few months reestablishing 2 companies. But it's really an exciting time, I think, for the industry to move fast. Our goal will be 2 very agile, well-funded, aggressive companies in the marketplace.
That's outstanding. Optical is really kind of a cool place to be right now.
Well, and so the issue here is the service enablement. What we're finding is that a lot of people know us by the test and measurement equipment that we've made, so we're helping solve problems. What we're finding is the information that you use to solve a problem also becomes essentially big data, but we use it in very effective ways. So the visibility to what your network does is just as important as making it work, and when you put those 2 together, it's powerful. And that's really the network and service enablement business we're part of.
Sounds like JDSU is a great place to be right now.
That's why I'm here.
Well, we're glad you're here. I'm sure they are too. I would love for you to share a prediction for 2015 for the industry.
So 2015. Okay,
2015.
So if you were asking me about 2025,
I know.
I'd talk about something cool like smart cities and the ability to move information. What we're doing today, some very interesting stuff where we worked with a lot of different carriers on how to use the information in the network to proactively know how to move capacity where it needs to be.
Okay.
So whether it's a stadium or a Olympics. Wow. Making the smart information go so that the network behaves the way you want to.
Right.
Sort of a 2025 reality of smart cities. Now,
cool.
2015. Okay, here's my answer. Here's my answer for 2015, which is now 90 days away. I think the world's going to get more complex. I think every year we're going to end up with announcements like we did in 2014 with companies consolidating.
Yes.
I think you're going to see more and more networks consolidating. You're going to see the complexity of how to leverage your workforce more efficiently, and they're going to be tasked with doing more things at the same time.
Right.
And what we're really focused on as a company is helping essentially arm the tech of the future with the ability to have all the information they need to be more impactful. And we're deploying a lot of new tools and technologies. We talk about them here in terms of software-defined networks and the ability to be part of those. But interestingly enough, even as you virtualize and move the network to new places in terms of technology, you still have to have the ability of a technician to solve the problem. Our opportunity is to help those technicians be more efficient, consistent, use the information so with one visit they're doing more things. So I think in 2015 you're going to start to see very practical uses of information and visibility of the network along with the measurement that makes the systems more perform better and be more efficient. So
I like that prediction.
My prediction is,
I'm good with that one.
And if I stick with something like it's going to get more complex, I've pretty much been able to deliver that every year in this industry.
You can't, that's true. That's never going to be a bad answer, but I like where you're going with that. So, well, that about wraps up our time. I've really enjoyed speaking with you, and congratulations on your newish position with JDSU.
Thank you very much.
It sounds very exciting, and I hope you get a chance to walk the exhibit floor a little bit today.
I think OSP serves a very important role in the industry as we go forward. I mean, I talked about the need for technicians to evolve, and for all of us. There's a network transformation going on, as we just heard in the keynote, but there's a people transformation going on to be able to really play a role. And if you don't stay up with your skills, you're going to be left behind. And a lot of it is an opportunity to really be more impactful. So I'm really impressed by the breadth. This is almost like a college, a university in terms of the numbers of classes.
Thank
you. It's really a nice opportunity. JDSU loves being at OSP, and we've really appreciated the collaboration.
I'm so glad that you're here, and we've collaborated with you. Obviously, you're a sponsor of a lot of things here at OSP TV, and I appreciate that. We work very hard to stay on top of what's current and relevant, and so it's great to hear your positive feedback. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Good.
All right, it was great meeting you.
Yeah, really great.
Thank you so much, and that's it for now.